Hello, this is David and welcome back to Let's Play Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky 2nd chapter. Today we are headed, finally, to Grandcell. We are leaving the Zeiss region. It's about damn time. So let's talk to this guy. Hey, welcome. You have the party of bracers bound for Grandcell, right? Yeah, that's us. Killick sent over the fare payment already. You guys ready to check in? We sure are. Yeah. We are done. Done, Agate. Done. Okay, perfect. And on we board, all of us. Yeah, as far as choosing party members is concerned, that's going to be something that's going to go on for the rest of the game. It's not like you only get to choose party members in this region and then the rest of them are just gone forever. You always get these party members. They're with you for the rest of the game. And thank God you get Oliver first, because he's amazing. Yeah, and I'm going to sing about him because Oliver sings, so I'll sing about him too. Why not? Oh, God. Anyway, the same thing goes on here. We just have to talk to pretty much our party members. The other people on board the Airliner don't really have much of anything of importance to say. I mean, they literally are like the epitome of retarded as far as talking to them. I mean, they just have nothing to say. Like this girl. Hey, I don't want to sit here. Let's go outside. And then she says, no, you're going to sit there. Yeah, I'm not talking to them, and that's just the end of my damn story. So let's just move on and talk to these guys. Hey, Estelle. What's up, Estelle? You creeping around the ship again? Man, you just can't stay still, can you? Come on, I'm not a cat in a carrier or something. I do get kind of antsy having to sit down and wait. I thought you flew to lay local, though. That's a good half day on an airship, at least. You must have worn a rut in the deck. Well, I was asleep for both trips, actually. I was so nervous to be going that I couldn't sleep the night before, and coming back I was wiped out for the last test. Should have seen that one coming. That's definitely an Estelle thing to do. Leaving the country. I'd really like to do that someday, too. Maybe I can even go and visit Mom and Dad. Your Mom and Dad are out of the country working, right? Yeah, they're helping to establish orbital technology in places that don't have it yet. They've been gone for 2 years. That is a long time. I hope they at least write you letters or something. Once a month. I wrote about you last time, Estelle, and in the reply, they said to give you their regards. That's sweet of them. What kind of people are your parents, Tita? Is your mom like you? Bet she is. I don't think so. She's got a really powerful personality, I guess. She and Grandpa kind of end up fighting and wrestling a lot over stuff. Wrestling? But they usually get along really well. Dad says their fighting is just a way to express their love. Oh, okay. So what's your dad like then? He's not like Mom at all. He's sort of quiet and reliable, I guess. He was a bracer until about 10 years ago. Seriously? Real serious. I actually talked to Gramps about that, and Dan was the real deal back in his day. The professor said that he had to retire and become an engineer due to an injury of some sort. Oh, okay. They sound great. I'd love to meet them when they get back. Yeah, when they do, come over and play and I'll introduce you. Agate, you'll have to meet him too. Huh? Why would I have to meet your folks? Well, you get along really well with Grandpa, and I wrote a lot about you, and Mom and Dad said in their reply that they really want to meet you. All the time to pay the piper, huh? If you don't want to, Agate, you don't have to. Nah, it's fine. Look, I'll stop by and say hi to them if I'm ever in Zeiss for work, okay? Okay, and we could talk to them again to get some extra dialogue. Do you know why the wind's nice and gentle out of the deck? Isn't it just like that? Oh no! At the speed we're going, the winds should be really strong. We wouldn't be able to hear each other. We'd get swept off the deck, in fact. Seriously? Ain't there some bit of airship that prevents that? I think I heard about that once. Oh, it's a side effect of the flight field that keeps the ship in the air. An orbital flight engine envelopes the ship in a field that counteracts gravity, you see? It also has an anti-inertial effect on anything striking the field, and that includes the particles that make up the wind. Agate, are you following any of this? You're kidding, right? But, generating a flight field takes a lot of power. You need a really high output orbital engine to create that field at all. Okay, so that's why people always say that it's the engine that determines what an airship can do. Okay, so that's why everyone's made such a fuss about that new engine for the Royal Airship. Ain't that thing supposed to be absolutely crazy in terms of how strong it is? Uh-huh. Grandpa showed me the spec sheet for it, and its capabilities are way beyond existing engines. Grandpa and the rest of the team at the Central Factory worked really hard on it. Huh, I hope I get to see it someday. Yeah, that'd be nice. Oh, you saw Aracel. Yeah, that's the other airship. That's like the royal airship. Something with the army, huh? If they're calling us out to the capital, then it's gotta be something they don't want to get. They don't want to go getting out. We gotta keep an eye out for the society, too. Better keep our guard up. Sure thing. Yeah, he says that they might be siblings. They have different personalities. Yeah, that's putting it lightly. But let's head outside. And we get to talk to Chloe and Oliver. Ah, Estelle, my fair rose. Welcome to Oliver Lenheim's lovely solo recital. Oh, adios, he escaped his chair. Chloe, remember, you have a sword and you know how to use it. Well, I saw him playing when I stepped out onto the deck, so I came by to listen for a little while. He really is exceptionally talented. Your compliments do the greatest honor, Your Highness. If you wish, when we arrive at the capital, I could treat you to a private concert. Huh? See, yes. That did not necessarily mean anything beyond the obvious. Oh, you meant something else by private concert, Oliver? Well, if you wished for it to mean something more, my princess, it certainly could. That bird has had none of it! I'm sorry, I won't do it again. Good job, Sieg, you're a girl's best friend. That was terrifying. I'm sorry, Oliver. That was just Sieg expressing his love. I actually think that he likes you on the whole, Oliver. I shall bear his peck on my cheek with pride, then. I must admit, I did not expect your escort to be so diligent. He's as vigilant as any of the human royal guards. It depends on who I'm dealing with, I think. You really are totally indiscriminate, aren't you, Oliver? Look, don't try to put the moves on Chloe in the capital, okay? Julia would, fire you out of a cannon into the sun, if you even think about it. Oh yes, that cold, dignified lady officer. She too caught my eye during the coup. The sort of woman who can take on 10 men. She's quite something. Should the chance present itself, I should endear myself to her. What's wrong, Chloe? It might not be a good idea to joke about such things around Julia, Oliver. I remember once, there was a party at the castle, and a man was drunk and bothering us. Julia took her sword and his clothes, well, you mean she defrocked him? I'll take that under consideration. I guess she cut off his pants or something, I don't know. You know, the Liberal News wrote an article about that party. Julia gained a lot of admirers from high society to the poorest commoner. I've always felt a little sorry for the man involved, though. Seriously? Don't you think he got what he deserved? Okay, so that's all that Chloe has to say. I would presume nothing less terrifying from the lady knight who defies the royal guard. But know this! The flames from which my passion first was kindled shall never fade. Even if I must be stripped naked before her, I shall serenade her with naught but my lute in hand. I so do not need that mental image. Thanks, Oliver. Yeah, so that's all that they have to say. But now let's go upstairs and talk to Zane. He actually has a lot of interesting stuff to say. And actually, this girl has something interesting to say as well. Currently on the right is the front of Onberg Wall. It's a long and storied history which dates back to before the birth of the Liberal Kingdom. According to some theories, it's linked to the ancient Zemurian civilization, but the truth of the matter is unclear. Huh, how interesting. Talk to Zane. Zane? Estelle, what is it? Need me for something? No, not really. It's just, you kind of look like you were lost in thought. I'm just remembering the past a bit. With that sunglasses wolf guy. Yeah. We met 6 years ago. At first it felt like longer, but it hasn't been that long, you know? I guess not. So that man was your senior at your dojo, right? What kind of martial artist is he anyway? Well, simply put, he's a natural. His reflexes are perfect and his sense for battle is keen. When I knew him, he kept himself in perfect shape, and it looks like that's still true today. And on top of all that, he knows how to utilize his chi exactly. In every sense, he's a cut above the normal man. Yeah, his moves. I've never seen anything like that. I think he might even be faster and stronger in some ways than that Lawrence guy, and that's scary. I think you might be right, yeah. When we were students, I admired that strength of his. Envied it, even. At least I did until 6 years ago when he killed our mentor and master of the dojo, Ryuga. What? He killed his own? Sorry, I'm getting ahead of it. They both agreed to the fight. Master Ryuga had long been aware of the darkness in Walter's heart. He'd grown drunk on his own power and hungered for still more. Master constantly rebuked him for his actions and reminded him what the proper heart of a martial artist is supposed to be. The living fist of the Taito style that seeks to perfect oneself through the medium of honorable combat. The living fist, huh? That has a neat ring to it. Ultimately, though, Walter never listened. He relished the power which the most aggressive side of Taito style gave him. The aggressive side? Martial arts are used in combat, and so no one can deny that they can be used to hurt people as much as to defend them. And while there are many who train for the latter purpose, there are also those who seek to do the former. Those who do eventually become monsters whose fists exist only to kill. We call this side of Taito the murderer's fist. The what? In the end, Master Ryuga challenged Walter as he was preparing to leave the dojo to pursue that path. They fought a duel to the death over it, and Master lost. I was the observer for that match. I could do nothing but watch. Well, that's what happens. And I've been looking for Walter off and on ever since. To think that we'd meet here, now, in Liberal, though. This is the hand of she who dwells above at work. Mark my words. Sorry, Estelle. I didn't mean to chew your head off, or was it your ear? No, you didn't chew anything. Thanks for telling me. But Zane, you're searching for Walter to get revenge, right? No, like I said, the match was fairly fought. Master knew what could happen when he challenged Walter. There's no revenge to take. But then, why are you looking for him? There's something that I want to confirm. Now I really don't get it. It's kind of embarrassing. Either way, I'm still too inexperienced to find out. Hope I can sharpen myself by helping you. I see. Well then, hope you can keep up, Zane. Yeah, okay. And we can talk to him again, see what he has, if he has anything more to say. Speaking of the story, not my legs, I think I get what's going on between you and Walter. But how does Kilika fit into all this? It's not really my place to say. I'll only say this much. Kilika is, or was, Master Ryuga's daughter. I think you can fill in the rest for yourself for now, yeah? She'll probably tell you the full story someday. Yeah, fair enough. Anyway, once we get to the capital, I should show my face at the Calvardian Embassy. Can't wait too long or Elsa's gonna give me hell. That wouldn't be a strict, harsh-looking one with glasses, would it? Oh, you know Elsa Cochrane? I've only seen her briefly, really. We were at the landing port, and she was in the middle of an argument with the Imperial Ambassador. Yeah, she's not what I would call a fan of Erebonia. She's quite confident and intelligent usually, but Erebonia and their nobility tend to make her say red. I can kind of understand that, I guess. Yeah, so that's it for the airship. That story kind of reminds me of the story in Lunar 2 where Jean is like brainwashed and forced to fight for like the Black Dragon Fist, I think it was called. I haven't played that game in ages, but I loved Lunar. I just love Lunar in general, both of them. The sequel, or the third one for the Game Gear, kind of sucks though. But we'll get to that later. But anyway, that's a really good game, and then she like joined the circus and ran away and blah blah blah. But anyway, if you haven't played Lunar 2, play it! So here we are, we're finally in Grandcell. This'll be nice to explore. And here we are back in the capital again. Feels pretty good. Guess we better check in with the guild branch first, huh? Yeah, let's go hear from Elnan what's what. I did notice that a certain white ship isn't in port today. The Aracel, I believe it was. You're right. That's the royal family's personal cruiser, right? It might be out on a mission or something. If I recall, the Aracel should be at Leiston Fortress at the moment. It's being fitted with the new engine Professor Russell and his colleagues have been working on. Oh yeah, Gustav says that he'd be flying out to Leiston on the factory's airship. Oh, I see. So that awesome ship's being made even more awesome? I seriously can't wait to see that. They're just changing the engine, so I doubt the exterior will change much. But it'll totally be the world's fastest airship, that's for sure. Well, cool. Welcome everyone, and thank you for coming. I've read the reports from Ruan and Zeiss. Good work truly. You've done well in opposing the society thus far. I doubt the guys we fought would agree. Both that masked man and the guy with sunglasses didn't really seem to take it, or us, seriously. Even knowing that the society is moving is valuable, Estelle. don't disparage yourself. Your successes should make the Royal Army trust us even further. So, speaking of which, what does the Army want with us? Something society-related? Yeah, about that. It seems they don't want to discuss it over the phone. An Army official will be coming by soon to explain the situation in person. Something that can't be discussed by phone, they say. What they mean is that they do not wish to risk any unwelcome ears listening in on the call. Wait, you can do that? It's quite possible. Telephones are convenient, but with the right equipment, intercepting a conversation signal is not very difficult. We use a scrambling device between branches to prevent interception of guild business. Unfortunately, the scrambling doesn't work with the Army for some reason. Yeah, the Army uses a different system. All calls between us are thus completely open. Well, that's just ducky. Why can't the Army just share a mixer scrambler thingamajigger with us? We are working together, but we're still an international citizens group, and they're a national defense force. As much as your father trusts us, Estelle, I don't think that they can give us something so sensitive so easily. Hang on, Elnan. It still sounds like you've got some idea of what this is all about. Otherwise, you wouldn't have bothered calling us out of Zeiss. Am I being that transparent? I can only hazard a guess, really, but I believe it's very likely that this has to do with the signing of the Non-Aggression Pact. I remember hearing something about that. What's exactly going on with that? It's a treaty affecting Liberal, Erebonia, and Calvard proposed by Grandmother. In short, it says all countries involved will attempt at all times to solve international disputes without resorting to force. Whoa! So, like, it'll end war? No, there's no true enforcement mechanism beyond simply being known as a treaty breaker, so enforcing it like that would be pretty difficult. It should still be something of a deterrent, though, and it will hopefully promote more friendly relations between ourselves and others. Okay, I get it. Queen Alicia does it again! She's got a good eye for this kind of thing. It'd be neat if that made the other countries nicer to each other. The pact is being signed in a large ceremony at the Herb Royal Villa next weekend. Dignitaries from all three nations will be attending, and the media is paying close attention. Which is to say, they may as well have painted a sign on the roof of the villa saying, "Ouroboros, please attack us." Yeah, that could really get ugly. Got our work cut out for us then. Guess we'll just wait here for the Army official for now. Correct. We do have some time before he's scheduled to arrive, so feel free to... Oh, pardon me a moment. Okay, what is it? What's going on? Is that the Army on the phone? No, it's a member of the Herb Royal Villa staff. They seem to have lost a child from one of the tourists in their care. Unfortunately, they can't seem to actually locate her parents. That's awful! Do they want us to help? Just so, Your Highness. They've asked for our aid in locating the child's parents or guardians. There's still some time before our guest from the Army is due to arrive. Would you mind taking care of this? Sure! Why not? Can't say no to a kid in need. Let's head on out. Sounds good to me. Perfect. Yeah, and as far as listening in on a telephone conversation, all they really need to do is get two telephones and pick up the other line, and boom, you're listening on a telephone conversation. It's not that hard. I did it all the time in the 80s, 90s, and 2000s. Once you arrive at the villa, inquire with him. All right, then. Wait a second, Raymond. Why does that ring a bell? Wasn't he that one butler we found? You know, when we saved Chloe during the coup, he was hiding under a counter. Right, Niall's friend. Good! If you know him, that should make things even easier. Well then, good luck! Okay, so, it really doesn't remember who we put in our party, as far as this is concerned, but I'm gonna stick Chloe in because she's from Grandcell. And here we get the, Arab Scenic Monster and another monster in Grandcell Sewers, so two more quests to take. And then for the rest of the day today, I'm going to be exploring Grandcell South Block, and there's also West, East, and North Block, but we're not going to go there today. We'll go there later. There's just so much to explore here, and I don't want to mess with them quite right now. But here, we can go and buy some crepes. So I'll buy a sweet crepe and a mystery crepe for those recipes. And then we can go over here and talk to this guy. And let's see, I want to buy a nobility popcorn. Perfect. And then head into the Orament Shop. Why not? So, oh, I didn't want to talk to you. I want to upgrade and exchange and buy things. So the quartz here, they sell level 3 quartz. So go ahead and buy a defense 3, buy an HP 3, a mind 3. You want to buy as much as you can for the most part. I'm not going to upgrade Agate's orbments quite yet. I can't afford an evade. But can I get one of these? No. Let's see, we can get an action 3. That's pretty nice. We'll get a move 2. And we'll get... What else can I get? Can I get anything else? Is that it? We can get a hit 3. Sounds good. And a confuse. Perfect. Okay. So the quartzes, so I'll be upgrading people's orbments after this. Let me check my map. Next things next. Go into the weapon and armor shop. And here I want to buy some new weapons. A weapon for Estelle. Let's see. A weapon for Oliver. A weapon for Chloe. And a weapon for Agate. It's not incredibly important that you get a weapon for Agate, but it's there. As far as the armor is concerned, I'm not too keen on any of the armor that they have for anybody. And the reason why Oliver looks like he's better equipment is because I disequipped him before the last battle that we did. But the next accessory that they sell is a glam choker. I'm going to buy 4 of these. It prevents mute. Always nice to be able to prevent status ailments, so why not? We have so much money anyway, it really doesn't matter. Anyway, head on in here to the inn, and we're going to buy even more stuff. A seafood hot pot, perfect. Learn that recipe, and let's see, anything else? The mocking pie, so go ahead and buy that recipe. And then we have one more thing to do, which is down over here. I believe it's this building. Yeah, the Fisherman's Guild. You could talk to this guy, and he says... he's the Baron of Fishing. New applicants. He says that we're more than welcome to join the Fishing Guild, but he's not letting me join. But you can see Lloyd. He's the guy who gave you the fishing pole in the first place. Hey, you guys. Oh, Lloyd, so you're back from Rouen, huh? How's the fishing been? Getting some use out of that rod I gave you? Kinda. I go in between work when I can. Skilled folk like you are always welcome at the Fisherman's Guild. If you ever want to join, talk to our headman Fisher at any time. I'm sure he'll be overjoyed to have a new comrade. I'll consider it. Yeah. And, if you talk to him, he's still going to say the exact same thing. But anyway, we're going to go exploring the rest of, where are we? Grandcell. Next time on Let's Play Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky 2nd chapter. This has been David. If you like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. And have a good day.